Hey, what's going on, guys? Cloud of Truth here with some more Battlefield 3 gameplay, and I'm finally back after my short break that I took. Just over Christmas break, it was kind of getting busy and hectic with family and everything like that. I talked about it in my last video. I appreciate you guys all for commenting on that. I really do appreciate some of you guys. You left some really nice comments, and and I'm not trying to get all sappy here, but you guys have got no idea sometimes when a commentator looks down into the comments on his video and he sees some of the things that you guys said in the last one. I mean, even if it's just like, hey, I enjoyed the video, something like that, it just makes it feel like all the work you put into it was worthwhile. And that's when somebody enjoys it, just something like that, it really does mean a lot. I want to thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate all your nice comments you left on my last video. But yeah, I'm finally back. I just took a short break because I had family in town. It was Christmas, kind of hectic, and I just didn't want to edit and commentate and do all this stuff while they're there because I want to spend some time with them. So I'm finally back doing it now. And I don't want to talk about like a scheduling for uploading. It'll be on a more regular basis, but as terms of scheduling goes, I'm bad when it comes to schedules. Like if I make them, then I usually don't keep the schedule, so that's why I'm not going to, because there's some days I don't really feel like making a commentary, or I just don't want to edit right now. And so I don't want to make a schedule because I know I'm not going to stick to it. I'll veer off and start uploading randomly, which is what I usually do anyway. So, but hopefully you guys understand. But today I want to kind of go back to the M240 Bravo, a weapon that I just want to revisit and talk about again. I'm not going to go into this whole weapon review stats and all this junk and whatnot. Briefly, I want to mention about the gameplay, though, is that it starts off kind of slow. The first one, I think, was some TDM on a Zodi Palace. Here I am playing some TDM on Epicenter as well. And then I'm going to move on to some objective gameplay with some rush defense on Seine Crossing, and then finally rush attack on Operation Metro. And that Operation Metro game, towards the very end, I wouldn't say a clutch, but I basically saved the MCOM from being defused on the last base, which I thought was pretty cool. You guys can watch towards the end. I thought it was a neat clip. But I just kind of want to talk about the M240B and just show some gameplay here, explaining why I think this gun, once again, is just so good, why I want to go back to it, because it's been a little while since I've actually done a video about the gun. I've mentioned it in several previous videos, but not actually done a video with this gun in the gameplay as terms of it being the main topic. Now, one thing I do want to say, though, is that in my previous, I think it was M249 review, I talked about how I call the M240B the Tiger, and this sounds kind of dumb or corny. You can say whatever you want about it, but there's a reason why I call this gun the Tiger. Now, first of all, it's a common misconception people growing up, at least I was taught this too. When it comes to animals in the jungle, many people are often told that the lion is the king of the jungle. That's what I was taught growing up. This is the top dog, he's king of the jungle. Well, it's true and it's not at the same time. First of all, the lion doesn't live in a jungle. He lives out in the savannah, which is like the grasslands area. He lives out there. He doesn't live in a jungle. I say he, I mean it, he, she, whatever. They live out there. They don't live in a jungle, but they're at the top of the food chain. They don't have any predators or anything that hunts them except for man, so they don't have anything to be afraid of, which is why they're considered to be like the king, the top dog. But in reality, they don't even live in jungles. However, tigers, on the other hand, actually do live in jungles, and in the jungle, the tiger is the top of the food chain in terms of animals in the jungle. So when it really comes to being a king, the tiger is the one that's the king of the jungle, just like the M240 Bravo is king of the support class. Now, there's another reason why I'll get into that in just a second, but guys, I just want you to look at this clip right here. After I kind of turn back and then I'll look back again, just watch this range shot. People say this thing has got no range. I would like you to say that to this clip right here. This thing's got range. Don't ever say this thing does not have range, because that just took that guy out, no problem. Getting back to the tiger thing, though. Also, the tiger is a solo predator. It hunts alone, by itself, doesn't need any help. Lions hunt in groups generally. The M240 Bravo, this thing can do it alone. It doesn't need any help. It can just get along fine by itself. Thank you very much. So that's kind of why I call it that. It's kind of corny, kind of dumb, but hey, whatever. I like it, so I'll call it that. You can call me stupid or lame, or childish, whatever you want, you can think that, but it's not going to keep me from calling this gun what I want to. But what in the world about the M240B keeps drawing me back to this gun? Well, I've always said I think this is the best machine gun in the game because it just has that powerful punch of 34 max damage. Now, that's something that's only 3 other guns in the sport class can say. The PKP, M60, and the M240B is the same one as the one in that class that goes along with it as well. So, honestly, guys, if you're looking to run a machine gun, maybe if you're a new player, perhaps you're just finding this video because I know, Christmas time just happened. There are a lot of Christmas guys that just got the game now. Try out the M240B if you're leveling up your support class. Give this thing a shot. Even though it's difficult once you start out with, because the recoil is so high. It's got the highest recoil, I think, of all the machine guns in the support class. It's just absolutely insane on both left, right, pull and your vertical recoil. It's just really through the roof in terms of what it has to offer in that category. But stick with it and unlock the foregrip and the flash suppressor. I'm not going to get into whole stats and pish posh and whatnot about, well, what the foregrip does to the gun. It makes your weapon less accurate. Just go back to that clip I had on Epicenter with that team deathmatch. You're telling me that it's really that bad? Is the foregrip that terrible? I don't think so. It's not great, but it's not bad. Honestly, guys, when it comes to the foregrip, it's almost like a psychological thing in my mind. When I run the bipod, I feel like I have to play slow. I have to hang back. When I run the foregrip, I feel like I can be aggressive. Okay, I'm the aggressive guy now, and that's what I play like, and I enjoy playing aggressive. I'm not that good at it. I'm not the best player in the world when it comes to just playing aggressive or really in the game in general, but I just enjoy playing aggressive. Some days I like to hang back and play slow, but a lot of times I just want to run a gun, and that foregrip in my mind allows me to do so. Some people say, oh, that's dumb, break a habit of that. Not really. It really does benefit your gun more than it does hurt it, in my personal opinion. But when it comes to the final attachment, I know people are always talking about extended mags with the machine guns. Yeah, that's always a good option. However, the flash suppressor on the M240B brings that insane vertical recoil, which, by the way, is a 0.7, which is ridiculous. That's just insanely high. It brings it down to a 0.497, which is so much easier to manage. You will notice a difference right away. And just look at this. This gun just chews through enemies. It eats them up. It really does, just like a freaking tiger. It just destroys it. There's nothing that can top the M240B in terms of support. So that's, once again, I just freaking love this gun. It is just so good. Now, one drawback to this, as you can see there, is a reload time. It just takes a long time to reload. Another thing, another range shot, I should say. Look at this. This thing has got range. It really does. So don't doubt the fact, oh, the foregrip is so bad for the gun. Light machine guns have no range. Yeah, this thing has got perfectly good range. And learning to burst fire this gun will save you just so many times in gunfights. Now, if you kind of 1-2 shot burst the gun, you can definitely do that and get some range kills. However, you've got to, I wouldn't say longer burst if you're having trouble with the gun. 1-2 shot burst is probably going to be the best thing to do starting out, just because it allows you to control it much easier. Once you get more adapted to how this gun really handles and flows, you can do that longer shot. I would say probably 7 to 10 shot bursts almost. That just hold down the trigger, let up, then hold down the trigger, let up. That's what I would do. Oh, of course, if you see that, use C4. The support class is very, very, I guess, I don't know the right word to describe it. It's versatile. There we go. It's very versatile with your equipment that you have. That C4, destroying that, killing enemies right there. There's another clip coming up here in just a second, which I use C4 as well to get an enemy who's hiding behind something. And actually, it's coming up right here, this guy. After I kill this guy right here, I see him coming up right here, or behind this little box. I don't even know what in the world this thing is. You can do that, guys. Use C4 to your advantage. It's a great tool. You can use it to get enemies that are hiding somewhere. Just don't set it on objective and hide in the corner. You can use it if you need to. If you think someone's coming up a staircase behind you, turn around, throw a stick of C4, blow it up. That's fine. But if you just throw it on objective and then sit there and wait, like you're about to see here in just a second, I don't show the kill cam, but the guy, I get killed by C4, basically that was just all over the Bravo MCOM here on Metro, and he was just hiding back in that green room behind the MCOM. And you'll see just a minute here, I'll come in here, kill a couple enemies, start to reload, and then C4 kills me. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, that flash suppressor, it really does help control the weapon. So just give it a shot. When you go back and just unlock it. It really is worth it to unlock the flash suppressor and put the foregrip on too. It really helps you control that gun, even though people say, terrible extended mags. If you can't control the gun with extended mags, you can't use the gun. It's that simple. Now, I know machine guns, people say they're supposed to be for more, I don't know, set up and to hold down a certain area. You can say whatever you want. I'm adapting this class to my own playstyle, and it's working. I can take the M240 Bravo on close quarters maps. Close quarters DLC, not like Metro. I'm talking Zeba Tower, Scrap Metal, Donia Fortress, those maps, and I can do pretty darn well with it. I've done it before, and it's been a little while since I played close quarters, but it's definitely possible. Now, in terms of the flash suppressor, does it actually decrease your hip fire accuracy? Well, I remember a while back it actually was supposed to do that. However, on the stat sheet, which in case you guys are wondering where all these commentators get their stats, it's simthic.com. There'll be a link in the description. Go check it out. Great stats website. They do so much when it comes to stats on Battlefield 3, Black Ops 2, Warfighter, anything like that. And look at that freaking car door flying around. God, that was awesome. Sometimes you just gotta love the stuff in this game when it just blows up and goes flying. But in terms of the flash suppressor, does it actually reduce your hip fire accuracy? Well, on the stat sheet on SimThick, once again, check them out, link in the description, it doesn't. On the sheet, it doesn't show a negative effect of the flash suppressor. So the funny thing is, in game, I find my hip fire to be so much worse than I have if I run like extended mags or if I run like a tac line or something like that. I actually got good hip fire. Obviously, laser sight will make you more accurate, but if I've got like extended mags versus flash suppressor, the flash suppressor I've got worse hip fire, but statistically it doesn't. So it's kind of weird. But look at this right here. Boom, jump over that little like flower bed thing. I don't even know when in the world that was, and I just take out two guys on the MCOM to get the win for our team. I don't know if I actually clutched it or if somebody else killed the guy that was actually defusing or not, but thought it was pretty cool. But anyways, when you use a flash suppressor, something I find personally is that it really does decrease your hip fire accuracy, but that's maybe something that's not true, but it feels like it to me. So once again, don't go by statistics, go by what you feel and what happens in the game, when you're using different attachments and how they work out for you. Go by that and not by the stat sheet, because the stats don't matter in terms of the game if you can't perform with that certain loadout. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, consider rating it. I appreciate it. And leave me your thoughts down below about it. And also, tell me what your favorite machine gun is. See you next time. Bye.